I decided to do something a little differently today. I'm going to teach you how to create a website. Now, there are many web builders out there, and I'd say that the ones that are probably most popular are Wix and WordPress. But depending on what your goals are, the one that I personally like the best is one called Duda. Since I come from an area of graphic design, I need to have the exact design that I have in my head, and I want everything to look very artsy, want the content to animate in, but at the same time I want everything to be block contained, similar to Weebly, a simple drag and drop. I don't know if block contained is the right word, but whatever it is that you drag content into containers. So I'm going to show you a little bit about Duda, and then you can let me know if you think it works for your needs or not, because it's my personal favorite, but it doesn't mean it's yours. Here is the dashboard, and you'll see that I have two websites that are not published. So I'm going to create a new website, and I'm going to start with a template. Alright, so there are several templates to choose from, and in the past I did upload one that I made. I think it was one I saved back from Weebly back in the time, and at the time it was called Groovy Tunes. That was the name of the website I was going to make at the time before I changed to something that feels a little more professional, like Prevalent Arts. Okay, so this right here is the theme that I went with. I guess at the time it was the Archie theme, because the template from my old website was based off of the template of Archie. So I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to say start building, and I have to give my website a name. Just say Groovy Tunes. Imagine a cartoon with that name. Okay, so here is the web builder, and I'm going to move my recording screen over on the right side of my screen so you can see the entirety of the builder. So it looks very easy to use. Up here is where you can navigate your different pages. You can view desktop, iPad, or a mobile view. You have the regular undo, redo. This will open your HTML and CSS editor, preview, and then finally you can publish your website right here. So I'm going to go back to the desktop view. Over here you have widgets. Here you can click and drag content to your website. So I'm going to drag text to where I want on the page. Notice that anything I drag is put into containers. Now I can edit this text in two different ways. I can edit the text by just the regular text options here, such as bold, italicize, underline, choose the paragraph style, size, or I could do this. If I right click on the text, I could say edit design. And now I get a lot of different options here. Now something that I like to do is I like to add animation. I want to add an entrance for all the elements on my page to come in, because then it looks more pleasing to the eye, in my opinion. So the trigger, I want, in this case, you could have it be by entrance or as you scroll. In this case, I want to be by the entrance, and then the animation that I want to choose, let's just say bounce in. Yeah, so when you open the website, then this is how the text will appear. It will appear in like a bounce in type mode. Alright, let's edit this design a bit. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's change that logo. I'm going to click on row, and now notice how the properties panel that came up is divided into content and design. So in this case, I'm going to go to content, and I don't want to use this as an image, so I'm going to say replace. I'm going to upload my own image. And now, even though this is for my my new Prevalent Arts website, I have everything divided into these 3 folders. So I'm going to go to main content, and I'm going to use this right here as my logo. I'm going to say open. Now see that looks very small for my logo, and I don't want that. But don't worry, I could resize this easily. So I'm gonna stretch it out. There, that looks good. Kind of reminds me of Kirby in a way. Now the next thing I want to do, I want to add a background. Now for the background, I'm going to go over in the theme tab here. You see that you have options for different global styles. You can change all of your text, all of your buttons. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's say I want to change this text here, but I don't want to change the text individually. I want to change the design for text globally. So it's kind of like a master pages in publication software, but in this case, I think the term would be called global styles. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to background, because I want to change my background. And you have the option to change the background for your entire website or change the background for each page, which is really cool how you have that option. So there are 2 different tabs, color and image. I'm going to go to the image tab, and now I'm going to say replace. Now I'm going to upload a new image. And this background right here is what I want to use. Okay, now this looks a little messy right now, but if you look under here, you can choose how you want to tile your background. You could just say cover, full image, but you don't want to do full image, because then when you scroll, notice how the background ends. So in this case, I'm going to go to tile. But now you can just keep scrolling and your background will continue to tile. And you want to have this checked off, keep image position static. Now, what does that mean? It means that as you scroll, the background will not scroll as well. And the only reason it's doing it in this case is because I'm not in preview mode. So let's go to preview. And now you'll see that the background is static. Let's go back to the editor. And I want to add a little hover effect on my logo. So, and I also want the link to bring people to the home page. So let's go to content, under the content tab of the properties. Oh, I see here it's already linked to the home page. So if you wanted to link to something else, you click on this arrow. Well, hold on, let's bring this down so we can see all the options. Go to link. Okay, so right now it's linking to my home page. You're also linked to a web address, a pop-up. You can create pop-ups in this web builder. You can create an anchor. If you don't know what an anchor is, it links you to a certain section of a web page rather than just the web page. Store link, blog post, email address. Wait a minute, I thought I already saw web address. Oh, another website. Click to call, so an actual phone number. And file for download. So you have a lot of options to links here. Now what I want to do is I want to create a hover effect. So for this I will need to go to the design tab. Now see hover effect on desktop. In this case I want to zoom out. So hover is when you have your cursor over an element, it will animate a bit. That's called hover. So I'm gonna do this and see how the logo comes out a bit. You could do float. So you have different options. Zoom out. Now something that I want to add here is I want to add a search. So let's go to element. And I'm going to search. Now you'll notice that I don't yet have the option that I'm looking for. Now you can install third-party apps, and this is the type of search that I want. So I'm going to select site search. But first of all, let me show you how to. Let me go back to the main editor. Now let's say that you did not know that Duda had that search option to install a third-party search link, and you want to find it in the App Store. So how would you find the App Store? It is not this option that says store. That's for creating a store to sell your own products. You want to go over here where the three dots are, and now go to App Store. Here you have a lot of other third-party plugins that you can add in your widgets tab. So in this case, I'm going to select search, and Site Search 360 is what I want to install. So I'm going to select install. Now there are different prices for different apps, but in this case, this one is free to use, up to 10 index pages. So I'm going to say choose this plan. Okay, and it is installed. Now I want to add my search in a very specific spot. I want to add it to the right of the logo here, because if I add the search in the header section, then it will appear on the top of every website. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, notice how each page is divided into header, body, and then footer. And the thing that's great is that you can also change the background of each individually. Even in different content boxes here, like this row for example, each element is broken up into what's known as rows, and you can change the layout of rows. So if I select this row here and say edit design, you can change the background even for rows. So you have a lot of design options. Now there is an issue. If I try dragging and dropping a widget to the right of the Prevalent Arts logo, it's not going to work the way I want it to. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to add a layout widget. And I'm going to just scroll rather than search for one, just so you can see the different widgets that are available here. Okay, so here's what I want. 2 columns. So I'm going to drag and drop this in the header. Now anything that I click and drag, I can put it into either of these 2 columns. In this case, I'm going to click and drag the logo there. The logo is now inside this column, and so but this row is still here. It's just an empty container. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to say delete. That way I don't have additional space. And now here I'm going to resize so I have more space for the logo, and I'm gonna resize the logo again. So now I have this empty container, and this is where I want to put the search. Now you see it's not really positioned right where I want it to be, but that's okay, I can change that. So let's go through these options one by one under the Content tab and Design tab. Search box style, let's go through this. Search box width. Let's say have it be a little larger. Now, every single element that you have on your website, the very last option under design will be spacing. And this is so helpful that this is here, because you'll see that there is way too much space here, and I want this to be in middle alignment with the logo. So in this case, I'm going to add a lot of spacing here where it says 10, and let's just say, for example, 100, and see what that does. Okay, not quite. Let's try 50. Okay, I'd say that's better. Let's try 75, a little more. I'd say that is probably like right where I want it to be. So that's what I'm going to keep right there. Now, one thing I noticed that I forgot is I want to change the color of the button icon. So here I'm going to say button style. And I don't want blue here. I want everything to match its theme, so let's choose a purple. And again, you could also use the theme editor so you can have global styles. And so you don't have to change the button color individually for the different buttons. Otherwise, you'd be pressing my buttons. So this content that I just selected is an image slider. Now, you could create an image slider. That's what I did for my previous website. It was a billboard that notified people of the different updates. But I'm going to be doing things a little differently here. So I don't want an image slider here, because you can also edit the images here, because obviously girls doing yoga is not really part of Proven Arts. So I'm going to remove this. Now what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to drag and drop an image right below navigation bar, the menu bar. Okay, so right now this is an image container. Now I have to add an image, so I'm going to click. Let's upload a new image. Now I'm going to go into my website folder, which is underneath. I'm going to go to cover images, and I have different cover images for my different web pages, web page sections, and etc. So first I'm going to go to this one that says home page. Now a lot of this black here is not really necessary. I have this black here intentionally for another platform that I was using, because you have to have the image be the right dimensions. Now there is an image editor in Duda, so I'm going to click this, and under this option we say remove image. You can also edit, so I'm going to press edit. Now all I want to do is crop this, so I'm going to go into the crop tool here, bring this down here, bring this up here, and that's all I want to do. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better. My website, the name of the website is here, the name of the tagline is here, and that's what I want.